today I have a little haul. I went to the art store and I was trying to stay focused on picking out a few surfaces. So the idea here, I'm kind of gearing for going back to Patreon in October. I've mentioned it in the previous video, and I'll probably do a dedicated video for it, but I want to do a 3-month run on Patreon focusing on creating artwork, and I invite you to join me. So I think I'll probably still be painting with watercolors because those are my favorite, but I also want to explore new surfaces, different sizes, different formats, and you know, use up all of my art supplies. I'm just looking there because they're all right there, and I have a few ideas on how to organize them in a way that will be kind of more conducive to my personal process. So I'll be sharing highlights on YouTube and then lots and lots more on Patreon. But today I just want to show you what I got. So I don't know, should we start with the less exciting stuff or the more exciting stuff? Let's start with like paint, because that's what we all like. And then I'll go to kind of my choice of surfaces. I have one larger for me canvas that I recently got. It's really nice. It has that gallery wrap, so like a thick width, like, you know, side to it. And it's 80 centimeters by 80 centimeters. And then I have a couple more smaller ones that I want to show you. But let's start. So first of all, this is not for me. I bought some Play-Doh modeling clay for my kid because they have those in the art store. Okay, I got a few more of these Stabilo Woody, what are they called? Woody, I want to say. So I got a few more colors. I recently got the yellow and turquoise. The color situation is not fantastic, but I got just 2 of them to try. There we go, from Stabilo. And they're just a lot of fun to sketch with and paint with. I think there's a little brush on it, so that means they're kind of water soluble, but they don't move a ton. I don't like to activate them. I just like to sketch with them on top of watercolor or paint. They go on very nicely. It's kind of similar experience to a wax pastel that maybe is a little bit softer, but I just, you know, like the thicker, like wooden casing situation, and they're just fun. And of course you can kind of let your kids also enjoy them. So as I said, there aren't some fantastic, like the color situation needs some revamping. Stabilo, if you hire me, I will add some nice colors to this. But I got a few more. Okay, I shouldn't be punished for my will to film on the floor. So I have the gold. I have this pink one. I have this kind of fuchsia-ish color. White, black, and blue. Yeah, as I said, it's a tough situation there. The next thing I got were these oil sticks. I love oil pastels. I love how they look. I hate the fact that they never cure or dry, and you have to kind of figure out how to fixate them. It's not so simple. So I grabbed a few more of these oil sticks. So this is basically oil paint in stick form. It means you don't have to fuss around with solvents or anything. You could just, like, you know, use it like a crayon on your artwork. I absolutely love it. The problem is 2 problems. One, the color range is very limited, especially when compared to oil pastels, which come in every color under the rainbow. And they are expensive. So the Sennelier ones are kind of okay, but these ones, which have a better color range, these are super expensive. So these are made in the US and I'm in Europe. For sure you can get those for a better price in the US. They have gorgeous, gorgeous colors, but they are super, super expensive. So I can't really justify getting these before I make good use out of them. I have a few that I've shown in the past, but I added a couple more colors, as you can see. So this one is primary yellow, and then this one is titanium white, and then this one I just thought was so gorgeous. This is Provence blue, and I love adding pops of blue at the end of my artwork, so I thought this would work well. I had 3 more colors in my cart and I put them back because it was just too expensive. So this, I also just really love the packaging. As you can see, this is, well, I don't know if you can see, I mean, you can see it's a bottle, but this is ink. And this is made in Germany, and this is called Antique Touche. So Touche is ink. And I just really like the color, like this, you know, kind of olive green, which I'm very into. And this was, I really liked it, but this was also a reminder that I want to focus probably on my inks this coming months, and inks and fluid paints. So I wanted a darker color because I feel like sometimes you really need a dark color. Not sometimes, pretty much always. You need a dark color. And this, I didn't know that Lucas, I really love Lucas. They make fantastic, affordable watercolors. They're a German brand. And they also make really great acrylic paint. What I especially like about their paint is their colors. They have, of course, the basics, but they do like those unique colors really, really well. If you're not familiar, then go ahead, check their range and look at the colors in their acrylic range. The price here in Austria, as I said, these are made in Germany, so this is kind of as local as it gets for me. The prices are great and they come in smaller tubes, big bottles, whatever. I know them and love them, but this one is liquid. So liquid acrylic can be more expensive. We have golden here, but it's made in the US and it's just like super, super expensive. And then the other more liquid acrylics that I've found are just like usually like inks, and they come in these tiny bottles. So I was very excited to see that they had a liquid version of their kind of student grade, finest quality. I'm not sure. This wasn't very expensive, but I love this color. This color is mauve, and as you can see, it's like a really lovely color. Yeah, this is all the color that I got. And then for the surfaces, I really wanted to try a wooden board, whatever these are called. Obviously, I have painted on canvas many, many times. I love painting on canvas, and I think I'm especially drawn these days to unprimed canvas, just because inks behave differently with it than they do on top of like a gessoed canvas, and they kind of more have a similar behavior, let's say, to watercolors than when they are used on unprimed canvas than on top of gesso. Gesso, it's like, you know, it's like a layer of plastic. So what it does very well is that, you know, it can save you paint because the paint doesn't just like sinks into the canvas. But I am actually interested in that look and effect where it does go into the canvas. So yeah, but I definitely wanted to try also a wood board. I don't know, actually, I think I should prime this. What I love about it is I feel like this would look great, you know, just like painted and hanged. I think it just has a bit more of like a polished feel than a canvas if you're not framing your canvas. Just because, you know, the corners are sharper, so I just feel it's a different look, and I've never really painted on this kind of surface, so I wanted to try it. And then as I was looking at this, of course, I think you could also explore this side if you wanted to, but I'll probably paint on this side. So, and then as I was, oh, this is a 12-inch square, 30 by 30. I thought it would be a good place to start. Kind of takes me back to my scrapbooking days. And I prefer a square format these days anyway. And then they also had this thing there. So As you can see, there's like a canvas here and it's mounted onto this wooden frame. So actually, I mean, I'll probably start with painting the canvas. Don't know if you can easily remove it. The back has this. I think it's pretty stuck there. So I think I will start with painting this, but I also think it would be kind of fun to paint on the frame. So let me know if you used something like this. I just thought it looked very, as I said, like really polished and, you know, ready to hang, which I love because you don't have to spend more money on frames. But obviously these items are pretty expensive to start with. So, I mean, you're kind of buying a little canvas with a frame. So I bought these. These are 33 centimeter, you know, you make a frame with this. And I just got like a kind of smaller size to put this together and then wrap or kind of create my own canvas because I have just a roll of canvas that I also want to use. So this is a reminder and motivation to do that. And, you know, I actually needed to put it on a frame. But yeah, I didn't want to go too big, too ambitious to start with. And yeah, so I picked those up. And then the last thing I got, which is kind of exciting, besides the fact that I'm not exactly sure how to use it, is, I'll try and show it to you, is this frame. So this already has a painting of mine in it, but it's not mounted or anything. So this is the frame, and I think this is like my favorite way of framing acrylic like canvases basically. And so it's like a floating canvas situation. And I think the way this works is that, you know, you have to kind of screw them together somehow. So there are no holes in this. It's also pretty expensive, which was why I was reluctant to get it, but I don't know if you can like see the difference between, you know, like this on its own. I mean, obviously the way that I'm holding it is not ideal, but this on its own and then floating in this lovely frame just makes all the difference in the world. So I really want to hang like these canvases that I made, and I have a larger one that I absolutely adore. But it's a bit bigger, so I need another frame. I wanted to try this out and not just buy a few without making sure that I can use them. So yeah, not exactly sure. I mean, I saw a tutorial and it kind of looked, you know, kind of simple, just like using screws because it is like soft wood. I think the challenging part is to get it perfectly symmetrical, but there are also ways to do that. But yeah, this would be nice to get this done, especially because I don't want to pay people to do this for me. So I would rather figure it out myself. But yeah, I bought this frame. So I think alongside creating more artwork, I want to kind of figure out ways of, you know, how to present them nicely. What I also saw people do is, you know, you can paint like the inside. For example, you can paint the inside black, which really makes the canvas pop. I don't think I would do that with this particular one, but maybe with something lighter. Or in my case, I would probably paint it like some fluorescent pink. That would be good too. So, or the entire frame. I'm not against that either. Although I do like this wood. It looks, you know, kind of classy. Let's be real. On the other hand, is my style classy? I'm not so sure wearing this rainbow sweater. So might be more unicorn vomit, less classy European. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this haul. I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.